Cacao. So, for those of you unfamiliar with what Opposing Forces is, I do want to tell you this is only our third episode. The first two I did pre-recorded. This is the first live episode, so I can't guarantee what's going to happen tonight.
It'd be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. So this is our first actual live broadcast of the show. Usually on this Twitch channel, the Blue Slip channel, I usually just play video games and stuff. But I'm actually going to try to make it something more. We've decided that we've decided that this show is going to be scheduled for Fridays or Saturdays. We're not too sure. It's really based on P's schedule. Mine's pretty open for the afternoons every day of the week. Now that, because I was in a play and now that's over. But so we still haven't decided what we're going to do with it yet. For right now, the basis of the show is to report video game news and give our thoughts on the news, and also offer up basically reviews of betas that are out, new games that just released the past week, updates, DLCs, stuff like that. And here's the cool thing. We each, and P's not the only co-host we'll be having several others. The other one wasn't available tonight, so he should be available next week or the week after. So you guys will get to meet Richard, who's really cool actually.
Each of us brings our own experience and knowledge to the stream.
Usually we have, I think in the past we've had a panel of 3. But I have enough people interested. I have enough people on a panel to go up to 5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually have enough people that I know that would be interested in doing this. That I've worked with in the past on YouTube channel. So 5 or 6 people. We could have an interesting panel with 5 or 6 people, all offering different viewpoints. And this is all for charity, so. Donations aren't required, but it would be really loved if you guys could make a donation. Every week we'll be doing this for charity. It's not just this week. So if you can't do it this week, it's fine. You don't even have to do it all. It's just something that's there if you want to. I didn't want to expect anything, but I do want to help somehow. So we're going to get started now. I think I've done enough chitter chatter.
Gow gow.
Yeah. So, P. Destiny update, April 12th.
Mind blown for like 5 seconds, and then I was like, meh. Okay, that's cool.
It got boring.
Reskin of the PoE.
Yes.
It's cool, but it's like cool for 5 minutes, and you're just grinding for exotics.
Well, that's not how every Destiny update is, though.
Yeah, but the thing is I think in our heads we all thought it was going to be like as big as a downloadable content, like an expansion, and then it came in and we were like, it's like half an expansion, and then they added more things for microtransactions.
So then you pay more. It seems like they're making really good money off of it. To quote one of the people that worked there, DLCs and microtransactions can exist side by side. So that does tell me they're planning to release, and they have confirmed a DLC later this year. That I'm guessing we're gonna have to pay for.
Yeah.
I'm guessing if they're gonna stick with their price in the past, it's probably gonna be about $20. But
well, it's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. But I want to see more content than it was in the Dark Below or House of Wolves.
Raid.
I know.
Give me another raid.
Well, they promised us a raid, but they didn't come through for House of Wolves. They came through with Prison of Elders, which they called a raid. But I wish it was something more. And I wish that they would have done something to keep Year 1 relevant. Because it seems like we paid $40 for expansion packs in Year 1, and they just...
Well, I like the new Chroma.
Well, but
Chroma's
like that's...
cool.
Yeah, I actually like the new Chroma armor. My Titan's using it right now, not so much my other characters. But I think the Titan Chroma armor looks really good. I have it mixed with the new Sublime Engrams, the Jovian...
Oh.
The Jovian boots for the Titan.
Yeah.
But
apparently factions have their own Chroma outfits too, because I got Infinite Line gloves from Future War Cult, and they had Chroma in them, and I was like, what?
But they only drop from packages.
Only drop from packages. So it's like, gotta level that up. Which is good, because I need to level up Future War Cult anyways to get that exotic hunter cloak quest thing.
I still haven't gotten any of the exotic like cloaks or bonds or marks.
Yeah, something to work on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the Dead Orbit Hunter one because that one looks really cool.
I have that one actually. That's the one.
Isn't it really like that's like the best one in my opinion?
It's cool. It's really cool, especially if you like black.
It kind of reminds me of the is it the Skullloss one?
No.
Which one am I thinking of then?
You're thinking of Taniks.
Taniks cloak. It kind of reminds me of the
red one with the yellow polka dots and the black fur, so it looks like you're a baller.
It makes you look like a pimp. But I like that one. If I had to go grind for one until I get the exotic one from Dead Orbit.
I've gotten a couple of the guns. I got like Her Memory and the Aegis of Kel. And I got Lord of Wolves today, which was really cool. I've gotten a new cloak, because I love the new House of Wolves cloaks, the cloaks that Taniks gives you.
I do too. I've been trying to save up Glimmer so I can buy them.
Taniks barracks.
Barracks.
Because the first time they dropped, in the House of Wolves, they're really ugly, and now they're really cool looking, but I still don't like... What is it? Oh, the chest piece from the House of Wolves.
Yeah, no, nobody
looks
does.
terrible.
To be honest, I actually don't like any of the House of Wolves armor sets. To be fair. Now, I also don't like how they reskinned it and made it Taken. That was kind of off for me.
You mean like the Taken gear?
Yeah.
Like I kind of like the cloak for the hunter, the Taken cloak.
Well,
like the Titan mark for the
Desolate
Taken one is weird.
Yeah, it is. Well, it only goes with the Taken armor.
Yeah.
Well, here's my opinion on that one. I don't like how I can't say anything because I spent $100 on it, but the new Sterling packages.
It's okay. Bungie thanks you for your support.
Yeah, well, that's a $100 hole in my pocket. But I don't like how they're slowly moving more and more into microtransactions. Because you can only get this Desolate armor from the Sterling packages.
You definitely don't feel like you're earning what you're getting anymore.
No, not at all. You feel like
when
you're buying
Galliford dropped from Atheon before taking King, I felt like I earned it. Instead of just like going and buying it from Xur.
Well, now I do have to ask you this: what if they started selling strange coins for actual money? Could they get away with that?
I wouldn't buy them. They drop for me at a rate that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah,
so.
Ever since Taken King dropped, they seem to be dropping like crazy.
I could exchange Glimmer for passage coins or Motes of Light for passage coins since I have none.
Oh, see, the way you farm that one is you just keep losing.
Yeah, but that's no fun. I like trying to win. It's important.
They should drop more often, especially on wins.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be getting one or two for a win.
Great! You don't get any passage coins.
But if you lost, however.
However, you might get one passage coin if you lose.
Pretty much, that's how that works now.
Yeah.
Now, for the Division, you're going to have to talk about this one because I haven't played the Division. I have no intention of playing the Division.
Which is too bad, really. But to be honest, because I've been so engrossed in Destiny, I haven't played since the new update. But from what I hear, the incursions are really cool, and that all the bosses that are like level 32s, level 31s, level 32s are actually dropping high-end guns and armor pieces at a way higher rate, like nearly a guaranteed drop every time, which is really cool. So I'm gonna have to get on there pretty soon and see if like there's new blueprints and the vendors upstairs in the technology wing, because I need more blueprints. I'm almost level 40 in the Dark Zone, so I have like forever to go, but hopefully I don't get slaughtered by people who like to go into manhunt mode and just kill the weak, because it's fun.
Now, was it a free update or was it the DLC drop? As I don't really understand, like, was it just an update?
I want to say it was a drop, because Incursion... No, it was an update. Because Incursions were an update, And then survival mode will be the first downloadable content expansion pack. And survival mode isn't out yet, so I think it was an update. Because the only thing that they updated was incursions. So it's kind of like Destiny's update, in where they added something, but they didn't actually add a really big thing.
Now, let me put this out there too. If we're talking like Rainbow Six Siege, the way they started doing their DLCs was you paid for the season pass, and you got the expansion a week before everyone else did. And then the people who didn't buy it actually got it for free a week later. Now, I wonder if they'll be doing that for the Division.
That logic doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, no. Because I feel like I wasted my money on the season pass when the DLCs are free. The only thing I'm getting out of it is a week access before everyone else. Which should be coming around the corner here soon, in about a month or so. They should be releasing DLC 2 for it.
I don't know.
It was a weird business model, and I'm worried that they're going to follow that same way for Division.
I hope not,
because
that
it's the
would
same
be really
company.
Confusing and irritating.
Yeah. I feel like also Tom Clancy seems to be cranking out a lot of games, one after the other this year, and I'm not sure if they're spending a lot of time on them.
Yeah, quality over quantity, please.
Well, I know that they have been developing the Division for a number of years now. I remember it being announced at E3 several years ago. At least a couple years ago, if not several. Rainbow Six Siege went through a few changes before they announced it too. Now, I played the alpha when it came out, and I played all the way through the beta, and then I got the game in December, not long after release. And the game still sucks, kind of. I mean, I see it as a PvP game, which Rainbow Six used to be primarily PvE, and they kind of changed that. It seems more like a esport now, geared towards esport players, which it was recently recognized by ESL and MLG a month or so ago.
Maybe that's the direction they wanted to go in with it, because they wanted to be...
Well, that'll get their name out there more.
Yeah. I don't think Destiny will ever be any MLG ESL game.
Well, one of the requirements to be an MLG ESL game is it has to have private matches, and Destiny hasn't added that as of yet, except for SRL.
Yeah. Which
was also a failure, but...
yeah. I mean, it was kind of cool, and then it was boring again.
If they made it a 2-week thing, then they need to add more maps, is my viewpoint on that.
More maps, please.
But
I liked all the sparrows I got out of it.
I did too. I ended up getting all but the Void Sparrow.
And the shaders. I like the shaders.
I have all the shaders.
I didn't get very many emblems, though. I didn't get the good ones.
I got 2 emblems from it. I got the questline ones. And I don't think I still have a couple of quest lines from her that I haven't finished for SRL 2. No, I don't think it was a SRL quest, but Make the Vanguard Smile. I think that's the Red Bull one.
The Red Bull one, yeah.
Except I got that one the first day of Taken King came out, but I still haven't done it yet. But I got it on my Titan the day that SRL came out.
I don't like it. I don't like the having to fly your sparrows through the energy bursts.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid, and your sparrow speed would go down if you didn't hit them. Now,
yeah,
is that
and I'm not good
back?
at it. I'm not even good at Gran Turismo. I suck.
Now, is your opinion of that going to come back?
I want to say yes, because recently, I don't know if you've noticed this too, when I went to see Amanda Holiday, normally she would just have the scorecard listed under her objects you could pick up. But I've noticed now that there's like 3 or 4 armor pieces along with the scorecard for SRL in her inventory. Like you could buy SRL gear.
Interesting. I haven't visited her recently.
So I was like, what are those doing in there? So I'm wondering if they're going to be revamping it again, like in the summer, to try and tide us over between this update and the expansion.
Well,
and I hope if they do, that they're going to add more maps, and like you could, I don't know, just there's a lot they could do with the Sparrow Racing League. It's just they need to do it. Like they added new Sparrows for this update, which I got both of them. So they're cool. So obviously they're sticking to the SRL Sparrow model. Like they're not staying with the year 1 Sparrow model. Like when you look at the year 1 and the SRL model, you can definitely see there's a difference. Like the year 1s are really clunky, and then the SRL ones are made for speed. Yeah.
So,
wondering if they're coming back.
Moving on, also on April 12th, the Fallout Wasteland Workshop came out, which I know you haven't had a chance to play it, but I was able to play it, and I got bored within 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no quest line. It's literally, they just added a bunch of items and they changed the game mechanics slightly to include fighting and capturing animals and humans. So
you can capture humans? That's a little frightening.
You can capture raiders, gunners.
Can you capture ghouls?
Yes. You can capture anything now.
Army
Cats.
of
You can catch cats, dogs, tame them, make them fight each other. It's some of it's a little demented.
Deathmatch for ghouls. Yes. Sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is. You can choose any. You can capture a Deathclaw and tame it. Yeah. Now they've added cages for every creature in the game world, including raiders and gunners. And you can actually have villagers fight each other too.
Why would you do that?
People have weird sources of entertainment sometimes, but the game mechanic was you know how you assign villagers to your like shops and stuff.
You mean to my little garden patch? Because that's basically as far as I've gotten in the game.
But you know how you assign settlers to stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
sort
you
of.
assign them to a pad, and you assign someone else to the pad, and then they start fighting each other.
Oh, it's kind of depressing.
Yeah. It's a very depressing update and very demented, and I would like to do something with it, because it seems like it was a $10 expansion for not a lot of stuff. Like the Automatron DLC, you got your own robot for a companion. People were building cities made of robots, and people still are. And it had a quest line, you got armor pieces from it, you got a weapon.
Wait, you paid $10 for the Wasteland?
Yeah. No, that's the cost of it, is $10. I have the season pass, but if you were to buy it by itself, it's $10.
I'm not gonna spend $10 on this.
Literally nothing. So if you have the season pass, you got it for free. Ish. It's not really free if you have the season pass. If you decide you want to buy it separately, I say don't. I'd say skip this DLC and wait for the next one, which comes out in May. I'm guessing somewhere mid-May, because that seems to be their thing now. I think it was March 14th for Automatron and April 12th for Wasteland Workshop, so it should be around May, mid-May when it comes out, second or third week of May.
Just want to do a little shout out to gaming companies. Please don't release all your games and updates on the same exact day. It's a little ridiculous.
No kidding. I mean, how many major games had updates? No, and they were all on the same day too. I had to pick and choose which games I played.
I had people who were like, Dark Souls 3 is coming out, and Destiny update, and Division update, what do I play? I'm like, Destiny.
I'll be playing Dark Souls a little later on to see how that is. Get my review probably in the coming weeks. Dark
Souls looks a little scary. I have Bloodborne if I want to be scared and angry at myself.
Well, it's made by the same people, so. And moving on to the betas. We'll start with Battleborn, since we both got to play that. I know, you were disgusted by it.
Well, I mean, it's just so
bland.
Oh. I didn't like the graphics. I mean, I understood it was a MOBA first-person shooter type, but I already have Paragon for MOBA, so it was like not that exciting.
I like Paragon. It seems to do its job very well.
The only thing I liked about that game is the character I finally got to play, which was Thorn, and she had great personality. I didn't like her weapon because she had a bow and arrow, and it didn't seem very, like, consistent. And because it was like using a sniper rifle for everything. You had to actually, like, zoom it in and shoot it. You couldn't just shoot. You had to actually zoom and shoot. Which would cause me to die often. Because I couldn't, like, the enemies would be moving around and I would be like, hold still! Yeah. I didn't make it very far in that beta. I got irritated. But I like the DNA Helix.
Yeah, that was cool. The leveling up.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was an interesting mechanic. I'd like to see that in some other games. And what about, like, Did you get to play the campaign at all in the beta?
You mean the story mission? That's the only thing.
The two story missions, yeah.
I didn't even finish the first mission.
I did. It was a little long, which I liked. It seemed like there was a lot of story missions, and each one was... It took me about 30 minutes to complete each one. Maybe 40. So it was a lengthy campaign, which I do like. I think they did a good job on the campaign. It was witty, it was sarcastic, funny, and it very much had the Borderlands feel to it. Now,
Yeah,
multiplayer, on the
if I
other
wanted
hand...
to be funny, I'd just go play Borderlands, because Borderlands is amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But with the multiplayer, somewhat lacked a little bit for me. It just seemed... I know I'm saying this because Destiny is guilty of it, Call of Duty is guilty of it, Rainbow Six. Any modern multiplayer game that's a shooter is guilty of being repetitive.
Isn't that the whole point of multiplayer, is being competitive?
I said repetitive.
Oh, repetitive. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said competitive, so I was like...
No, I'm fine with competitiveness. No, repetitiveness... repetitiveness is an issue in modern day video game multiplayer online PvP. Is it not?
We just need to make
more game modes.
More game modes and
have multiplayer events every now and then.
Yeah.
That would keep it interesting. That would keep people coming back. Speaking of repetitive multiplayer online PvP, Doom Beta was also... It started today, Friday, the 15th of April, and it's going until the 19th. And you've downloaded it, but you haven't had a chance to play it yet.
Doom. Because it looks scary.
It is, and I think someone knowing what you're afraid of, I'm not sure if it would be a game for you.
Thanks.
I'm warning you ahead of time. It's not zombies, but it is, yeah.
Okay, I'll try it.
Give it a shot. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep playing it. I, however, seem to really love it. I've been playing it all day. So, Doom is an old game.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say it's one of the very first-person shooters. Created by ID and Bethesda. Oh, hey man, what's up? And, I really like it. I mean, right now the beta is only, it's only multiplayer, PvP right now for the beta. But it's a fun multiplayer. Because, you know how you, like, when you're playing a PvP game like the Crucible and Destiny or Call of Duty, Call of Duty is not so much, but Destiny, you choose a game mode and you have to stick with that game mode until you decide to change it.
Control.
So Doom had a it had a random mode where it picked it for you. You entered a lobby with a bunch of other people, and it would randomly pick a game mode listed from whatever game modes were in that list. For now, the beta only had Warpath, which was like it moves. It was like it's like Control, but the control point moves constantly.
Oh. That sounds like Savage with the finding the probe.
Yeah, not that, but I'm talking about like it physically moves, like a car. Like it constantly moves in a circular motion around the map, and you have to stay inside of it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was, and I actually liked the game mode. Then they had Team Deathmatch. Siva, that's Princess P. She's co-host. I'm Blue Swept. So yeah, the control point moved around the map, and you just had to stay inside of it.
That would be challenging.
If at least one, I think something they should probably change about it. If at least one enemy was inside of it, even if like 5 of your teammates were inside of it, if one enemy was inside of it, it said contested. I feel like something with like Control and Destiny, something like that. If the number of teammates outnumber
the number of enemies.
Yeah, then it shouldn't say contested. It should just say it's still controlled, because I don't know.
Kind of like when a Vex takes over a sink plate during Vault of Glass.
Yeah. Pretty much. But
sorry, everything relates back to Destiny.
It really does. We went from Destiny to Destiny, Division to Destiny, Fallout to Destiny, and now we're going.
I'm sorry, chat people. I'm obsessed.
To be fair, that's where we all started. You and I started in the Archon clan in Destiny. To be fair, so relating back to Destiny is not so much an issue for us. But I'm saying, like, for Doom, it was a really good game, and I'm my friend Richard's actually playing it right now. Our third co-host who's not here right now, he's actually taking the night off to play Doom.
But on the Xbox, not on the PlayStation.
Yeah, he's our Xbox
He's our Xbox dude. So for all you people who like to play with the Xbox, if you have questions, you should ask him, not me, because I play PlayStation.
Yeah, P and I play PlayStation. I also play PC. And we're working on getting her PC working. So she's going to have a PC real soon. And then she's going to be one of us.
I still like consoles.
Oh yeah, I do too. I actually like all consoles. I have an Xbox at home. But yeah, like, the Doom beta could use some tweaks, and I'd actually like to see what they have in stock for us when the full game releases. I know there's a campaign mode that looks really cool, and there's also what seems to be an arena mode where you just kill, like a horde mode.
It was kind of cool to watch you become a demon, though, when you were playing. You would kill a demon, and then you'd, like, consume it, and then you'd, like, It was awesome.
That was really cool. And that was like the most OP weapon in the entire game, was turning into that thing and just shooting rockets at everyone.
Demons with rockets. Like, that makes any sense.
Well, you know.
Sorry, when I think demons, I think of anime, so...
Did you see the front cover of the game on your PlayStation when you downloaded it?
Yeah.
That's the one that you get to turn into.
Fun.
That's what he looks like to everyone else.
Scary.
Well, and it's not so much demons, it's like cyber demons.
Cyber demons.
That's what the whole game was about, was cyber demons.
Yay.
Yeah, well. Doom was really good back in the day. And so was Wolfenstein.
Back in the day when Doom was a really good game and I was a youngin'.
Well, it was. Like, to play the original pixelated Doom back when it came out was beautiful.
No, I know. I know. Boys used to bring it to school on their flash drives and hook it up to the computer and
play it. That's what we did.
Play it when the teachers weren't looking.
We did that with Wolfenstein too, and eventually with SCP, which is a really good game I need to get back into. I like how the maps were randomly generated. So every time you played the game, it was a different game entirely. Like, the first 3 rooms were the same, but after you actually started the game, after the intro to the game, it changed. Everything changed. And your experience would not be the same. And they had a mode where if you died, you had to restart the entire game.
That's terrible.
I know.
Kind of like how a Nightfall used to be on Destiny, where if everybody died, you'd get sent back to orbit.
And with... Well, not only do you get sent back to orbit, but you also have to start a new random map.
Yeah, start all over.
Well, with Destiny, the Nightfall from year 1, you just started the same strike over. Well, this one, your entire map changes. You don't have the same map as you did before, so it's not like you can...
You know.
Yeah. You can't plan this game.
You just have to wing it and hope for the best.
Unless you quick saved it, you couldn't play from where you started off at. And even so, if you played that game mode, there was no quick saving allowed. There was no saving allowed. You just, when you died, that was over.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But it was a fun game. I would like to see where it's gone now, because there was a whole lore behind it. It was like Warehouse 13 meets, I don't know. It just felt like Warehouse 13 from Sci-Fi. I don't know if you ever got to watch that show. It was where they collected a bunch of artifacts that were harmful to humans and stored them in a warehouse.
That reminds me of Supernatural.
Pretty much. It's like Warehouse 13 meets Supernatural.
Well, Winchester's dad has like a giant locker full of like possessed items.
Just imagine that, but like gigantic. Like the size of an entire city filled with those items.
Who makes those items and why?
They're usually, well, the way Warehouse 13 explained it was usually they were like enchanted or something by the people who died using them.
Anyways, getting off topic.
Like if someone died, their favorite item, they possessed their favorite item and gave it a power. That was the whole basis of the show, it felt like. And it was over time too. So you had artifacts from like the medieval times, and like you had items everyone knows, like the Pandora's box and stuff like that. But for SCP, you had items like there was a music sheet and it drew its people in, and they died listening to the music.
That
Like,
could be
it was a really creepy game.
At least it wouldn't be a horrible death, right?
Well, you couldn't get away from it no matter how hard you tried, so they kept it locked up in a soundproof room inside of a soundproof box.
Mm.
But yeah, so that was our content for today. I think next week we're probably going to end up talking about probably the upcoming betas, because I know Overwatch beta is coming up, the open beta. So that one I'm going to definitely play Overwatch beta. And then
I wonder if they'd be interested if we talked about like other games like Fire Emblem Fates.
yeah, you guys let us know. Like, you have our Twitter handles, and you know, I might actually open up the channel feed here. If you guys want to like drop a comment or something, let me know. Just send me a tweet, direct message.
Do you want us to review?
Throw it in the chat when we're online, because I think I'm going to probably be online more than just this show. So if you watch this show, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I think next week we're going to talk more, because there's a lot of stuff that's coming up. If I get to try any new games, I'll let you guys know too. And probably some news. And I did take about a month's break from doing the show. Episode 2 was, oh man, it must have been spring break at least, or a little bit after. I was in a play, and I couldn't separate the time enough to do this show, because rehearsals got to where it was, when it was like the week before, and a couple weeks before, I just had to stop doing the show because it got too hard to do this show and the other show at the same time. But now I'm actually free, and summer break's about to begin in about 2 weeks too, so I should be doing more shows now. I should be planning out more shows other than just this news show.
You know what I want more of? Pokemon Go.
We need more news from them, please.
Please, please, please.
The whole world's waiting for news from them.
I'm gonna catch all the water Pokemon. All of them. Sorry. Had a rant.
I can tell.
Gow, gow.
Also, thanks for watching, guys. Just be sure to go ahead and follow the channel so that you guys get a notification. I would love to have subscribers, but apparently I don't have enough followers yet to have a subscriber count. Because apparently you have to have 100 followers to be able to enable subscribers, according to one of my friends who also streams. I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't use my Twitch channel too much. But I think I'm going to start.
But I'm a terrible person.
I also stream gameplay during the week too. Mostly Destiny. So
Mostly Destiny. Trials. I'm hoping maybe you'll do some Trials tonight.
Destiny, yeah, I'll probably do Trials with you. Destiny and whatever other content that is available, like betas, alphas. I might throw some other stuff in there. I'll probably start another channel too for other stuff. But you and I and P need to plan out some more talk shows for over the summer.
Yes.
And we need to get Richard in on this, and the other co-hosts in on this. Because you
Yes.
remember when we had a guy named by the name of Jesus was going to join us, but he said he couldn't do it.
Yes, I remember Jesus.
So I was actually with him at the tavern tonight, and we might do another show.
Good.
Yeah. So
Good.
we might include him on our future broadcast, maybe next week after. I know. I asked Richard to show up next week.
More backgrounds, more opinions, more information.
The more people we have, this show gets more interesting. The more people we have on the panel.
Yep.
And I swear it won't be this time of night ever again. But
It's alright.
yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. Thank you guys for watching. You guys can watch the archived version of the show if you missed it. It'll just be on my channel. And on my YouTube channel, I'll have the edited broadcast. Thank you for watching. See you next week.